Hi, my name is OLAYEYE, and I'm actually a beginner. I'm hoping to get into headshots, portraits, photography, and I follow a lot of photographers on Instagram, and I just see how well known they are, how many followers they have, and it was a little intimidating thinking about going into something like that and wondering how I would get people to book me and work with me. Um, and it was just all very intimidating, and I had no idea what to do really. So it was very eye opening to see that I didn't need to, have a website and I could just use an Instagram page and still get clients. So I definitely hope to narrow down a niche. My plan was to just kind of put everything and anything out there, take a lot of pictures, practice, and just landscape, events, family, portraits, headshots. So now I see the importance of, having down a niche and kind of sticking to it, and also the golden shoot. So I do have people who are willing to let me take photos of them. So I'm definitely going to be doing that and kind of just curate my Instagram so that it acts as kind of like my portfolio, like you mentioned on the call, and basically make sure that I'm sticking to it and also using ads so that that way I can get myself out there to people who may not necessarily come in contact with me or what I'm able to do. So this was a very long Zoom call. However, it was worth it because I have attended some trainings before where it's like 30 to 45 minutes and about 15-20 minutes of it is filled with fluff, and there's like a product sale at the end. So I really appreciated the transparency from the very beginning that you were going to provide value. However, you did have a paid product at the end of this, so which the time it, even though it was long, you had very valuable information and tips that could be applied, like starting from now. So that was very, I really appreciated that. The transparency was just great. And you didn't spend like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes focused on your life story, just filled with things that were not necessarily going to be useful for the individuals who were listening. So you gave us things that were like stories and anecdotes and things that were relatable, and you linked it back to the training. So that I think was a really great way of teaching. So I really appreciated it, and I think it was very great and definitely worth the time that was spent listening to it, because time is investment, and I think it was a great investment today. So I would say if they wanted to get their business to the next level, making sure that they're not getting burnt out and they're making, as much as they can, maximizing their potential while not getting burnt out, then they should definitely check out the training in your programs, just because you just had valuable information. Some of the things seemed like it could be common sense. However, when you're just starting a business and you have no experience in these things, they're not things you would necessarily think of or things you would necessarily think to do. So even if you did think of doing them, you may not know the right way to go about them, but you have used this method yourself. You have gone through this whole process yourself, and you kind of have an idea, or what an individual who's just starting out, who's doing these things, might be thinking, the doubts, and the back and forth that kind of goes along with it. You're aware of that, so that kind of puts you in a very unique position to kind of give individuals this training and these tips and these methods that have worked for you and worked for other people, and there are testimonials to prove that. So I think it was a great program, and I definitely will recommend it to any individual that might come across who might be having a bit of a difficult time with getting clients or making enough money or maximizing their potential when it comes to their business. So I think it was definitely a great program.